And welcome back to the show. Here to tell us more about budgets and assessments from United Mutual, we have Allison Bach, President, and Pearl Lee. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you, Bree. Good to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yes. Oh, we've got lots to talk about, lots to go over. I know that budget takes a long time to get right. What did you have to consider for 2025?
Oh, there were so many factors to consider this year, both external factors and internal factors. And we started this process about 6 months ago with the help, of course, the financial services staff at VMS. Some of the external factors that we have to deal with is the fact that we are here. We are in Orange County, California, USA. And the cost of living index in California generally is 1.45, meaning it's about 45% more expensive to live here in California than the rest of the country. This is Bureau of Labor Statistics. And I'd say that Orange County is even more expensive than that. So things like, of course, inflation, rising insurance costs, the general cost of labor, materials, tariffs, the supply chain, and even our climate recently, the rainy season that has caused so many water intrusion problems in the village. So we have those external factors. Then we have internal factors, like the age of our community, 60-year-old housing. We have 60-year-old infrastructure, what's in the ground, what's buried. That we are a cooperative, and we have to replace various things at the expense of all the members, and we have to reserve to replace those things. That we have a union shop. Over about 400 of our employees are union members out of our 680 total. And that we are a not-for-profit, and we're limited by the number of ways and the types of ways we can make outside revenue. So those were big factors, and here are the results. Yeah.
So some significant increases, right?
Yes, some big significant increases.
What are the major ones?
Pearl, do you want to talk about some of those numbers?
Well, the reserve fund contribution, it is $20.39
per manor per month.
Per manor per month
Increase.
And we have neglected our duties to building up our reserves. Since 2021, our reserve balance has gone down.
Declined.
So we cannot postpone it any longer. We must catch up. And reserve funds are very important because in case of emergencies and also it's unexpected repairs, and the cost of repairs are going up through the roof. So we must build up our reserve to the healthy level, and we have to start this year.
Yeah, you'll also see that we have to make up for some items from the past. We have a deficit that we have to address, and that added $18.86 per manor per month. We have a damage restoration backlog that we're carrying forward from previous years when we could not bill members, and now we're billing them and finding out, some of that was ours, we got to pay that. $14.83. We're expecting more damage restoration will be needed, again, due to rain, due to aging infrastructure, $7.12 a month. And then utility rates have gone up. That's for everybody, that's universal. So overall, our key factors added up to $69.73 more per manor per month. So,
And that will start when?
That will start January 1st. So if we go back to, if we look at the slide that's called assessment, per manor per month, this is what it's going to look like. Operating, that's to keep everything running at $329.71 a month. We're putting into reserves $191.62. We've got a contingency contribution every month of $1.50. It's not much, but it's something that's for those extraordinary, like it says, contingencies. Then we go to GRF contributions that we are part of. We are members of GRF, and we pay for that privilege. $238.19. So our total basic monthly assessment in United will be $761.02. Now that's just our starting place. In addition to that, every member has to pay a pro rata portion of property tax for the buildings and a supplemental property tax on your unit that we also pay. And we have, of course, property insurance. So it's going to be at least $761.02, and then those specific additions get added on at the end of November. Everybody gets a letter and says, this is what you start paying January 1, and it's specific to you. So you can talk to your neighbors and see what they're paying, but that's kind of irrelevant. Every manor is looked at individually.
I see. Okay. Okay. So explain the importance of the reserves. What does it mean to be in the red zone?
To be in the red zone, every year we have a reserve study that is either done or updated of all the elements in our community that we are responsible as a cooperative housing authority to replace and repair. And everything has an actuarial life, whether it's roof, whether it's walls, whether it's wiring, and we have to replace them on a schedule. And an outside reserve company comes in and looks at everything and tells us how much money we should be putting aside to pay for all those things when they occur. And it's always a big number. So we have to have money in advance set aside in savings, if you will, call it a savings account, for those replacements. To get in the red zone means that we are getting close to maybe requiring a special assessment. Special assessment has never been done in the village, as I understand, in all our 60-year history. And we don't want to do that. No. So to do it gradually by increasing contributions to reserve is a smarter way to go, rather than handing people a big fat bill once.
Yes.
So to be close to the red zone doesn't mean we are in trouble. It just means that we're edging closer to the need for a special assessment, and we've got to pay attention and shore up those reserves now.
What is that sweet spot? Where is that landing for you in terms of a dollar amount?
Oh boy, I would love to see us back at $20 million in reserves. I think that would be a comfort level. What do you think?
2020, we had close to $20 million. And as you see on the graph, since then it had come down.
I see that.
And it's time to bring it up. And we cannot go any further.
Yeah.
So we
Well,
have to
and like
start
you
now.
said, if you do it in incrementally increases
Yes,
rather than
yes.
one lump sum,
Yes.
Right.
it's
To
easier
avoid,
to swallow,
yeah.
easier to handle,
Exactly.
Yes.
easier on the mindset.
Right.
And you know, another thing is that through the United Town Hall meetings, we've been talking about it for months. So although it would be shocking to some of us in the United, most of us have heard about all these financial situations. And we had many, many discussions with the residents and questions and answer sessions. We have presented this kind of information for at least 3-4 months. So hopefully, through our communication, everybody have a good understanding about what to expect.
Sure.
And that's the real figures, and we have to face. And hopefully it will go without having a great shockwave.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's the timeline, the expectation after this has been implemented, these assessments, to when you think that 20 million range will be reached again?
Hard to predict, but if we step up gradually over the next few years, perhaps by 2029, 2030, we'll be at that level again.
Next 5 years, we will catch up. It will be reaching a healthy level of our reserve.
Which will be here before we know it.
Seems that way, doesn't it?
Of course. It is always hard to make a sacrifice, but I think we have to pull together and go over this hump.
Right. Well, it brings much more peace of mind.
Yes.
In the event
Yes.
that
Yes.
there is any deferred
And
maintenance.
some of the residents said that why not having a special assessment? Having a special assessment is also costing a lot of money because we have to vote. Everybody has to vote to pass that, and also that voting alone would cost us $40,000-$50,000.
Right.
So we're trying to avoid wasting any funds.
Sure.
Because we're tight as is,
Right.
and try to, pass and
Yeah.
build up.
So tell our viewers the base of the HOA for the United part.
Oh boy, maintenance and construction is a big one. Landscaping is a big one. Of course, we have utilities, we have insurance, all of the things that people would have to pay for if they were in their own home. You
Yeah.
think of what your household budget would have been years ago if you were living in a single-family home. You'd have to take care of the roof, the walls, the plumbing, the electrical, landscaping, if you had a pool, if you had entertainment facilities outside, all of those things would have to be taken care of. Now, additionally, you'd have to take care of all your appliances inside. And what we have, of course, in United is a cooperative where we do replace appliances and certain elements of the interior of manors if they have not been altered. So we have to reserve a lot of money for refrigerators and
Yes.
stoves and ovens and dishwashers and so on that are still in program as the cooperative's responsibility to replace.
Sure,
Yeah.
that makes sense. And then for the GRF part?
Entertainment, maintenance of all of the recreation facilities, the clubhouses, beautiful renovation of Clubhouse 1. If you haven't
Oh,
been there, go and see.
Beautiful.
Looks great.
Yes,
yeah.
looks
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, and it will be. It's still a few little things to be done yet, just like any contracting work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we always have to remember we're dealing with 60-year-old property.
Yeah.
Yes.
And our infrastructures is going to cost a lot more to maintain. And the cost has really gone up. The material costs, labor
Material,
costs, and all
right.
that. So it's not something that we made up, but
Right.
those are the very real figures. And we try to keep it as low as we can.
Right, yeah.
And that's all we can do.
And to your point, Allison, I just had to redo the plumbing in my house, which was
Oh.
$30,000.
Oh my gosh, did
Just for-
everybody
just
hear
for
that?
I know.
Just for that.
I know.
Wow.
That's not including the roof. I mean, yeah, it's an
Right.
older
Yes.
Laguna Beach home, but even still, you don't want to be surprised by these high dollar figure repairs.
Exactly.
And I
So-
still think that look at all the things that we offer. Our HOA fees, based on what we offer here, I feel it's still a very great program that we have here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So, when will the members get their exact numbers, including the property insurance and, of
Taxes,
course,
yeah.
Orange County property tax in
I
California?
know.
Yeah, end of November, that
Yes.
letter comes. It's a
Yes.
special letter with a stamp on it and everything that comes to each and every manor owner. Tells you exactly how much you'll be paying January 1st on. And of course, if you haven't signed up for an easy pay or an auto pay arrangement for that, you should, because it does make it a lot easier. Otherwise, you have a coupon book. But that's sort of antiquated. So please,
Right.
everybody, if you haven't signed up for auto pay, do that.
Yes.
Takes the guesswork out of it, especially if
It
you're
does.
traveling or
True.
get busy with family. Or
In
friends.
2 months, they'll get a.
In 2 months.
Yes,
All
it's
right.
going to go in no time.
Countdown's on.
Yes.
Get ready out there, folks. Pearl, you have a distinguished term on the United Board. No?
Well, I just wanted to let everybody know that I have been a United Mutual Director for 3 years, since 2021. Last 3 years of serving as a United Board Director have been a great opportunity to learn a lot about the village. I have met many dedicated community leaders and wonderful residents. And I have enjoyed very much working with 10 devoted directors in the United. And thanks to Allison Bach, who served as a president, this has been a wonderful 12 months that we were working together as a healthy board. It's very important that the board stays healthy and they work together with respect and civility. And thanks to Allison, we were able to establish that. And I'm very proud of Allison. Thank you.
Okay.
We were able to work closely together and were able to solve many important issues. I know that there are going to be many, many serious challenges ahead of United Board, But I feel very confident and hopeful that our board is capable of taking care of our residents in the best possible way. And I intend to serve United Board as an advisor of some committees and stay connected with the United Mutual. So now it is my time to say goodbye to everyone. And I want everybody to know that it has been a great pleasure to serve the board and serve the community. And please take care and stay well, and we will see you around. Thank you very much.
That's lovely. Thank you, Pearl. Well, I'm sure that United will miss you, but you will be close by.
Yes, yes. And it's a wonderful thing to serve the board. So I really encourage my residents to run for the board.
Absolutely.
And get involved. And there are a lot to learn. It takes a lot of knowledge and skills and very devoted effort to be part of this. And I always feel that being a director is a wonderful thing to do.
Okay, well, we encourage those that will step into your shoes, which are going to be large to fill.
Yes, they are. Yes. They are. Yeah, we've accomplished some really important things over the past couple of years. One is, of course, this budget, to get a rational, sensible budget in place where we're increasing our reserves, rebuilding, and at the same time taking care of problems that cannot be ignored. Our buildings can't be neglected. They have to be maintained. Our landscaping can't be neglected.
Sooner the better. Sooner the better, and sooner the less expensive.
Yeah. Exactly.
If we keep putting it off, it's going to be more and more expensive.
It leads to more and more damage.
Yes.
Yeah. So just nip it in the bud and get it taken care of, right, ladies?
Right,
Yes,
exactly.
thank you very much.
Yeah,
What a pleasure it's been, Allison and
thank you.
Pearl with United. Thank you so much for joining us
Thank you,
today.
Bree.
We appreciate all the
Pleasure.
updates, super important information.
Thank you.
We'll both will stay very active in the community.
Yes.
So
Yes,
we'll
we
definitely
will.
see you around.
We'll see you again soon.
Yes.
Nobody's leaving town.
Thank you.
For long.
Not for long.
Yeah.
You're watching This Day on Village Television. We'll be right back after these messages.